Morning guys, so today we're going to sort out the disaster of the gazebo. I've already pulled a few bits off. This is the results of Storm Dara back at the beginning of the year. Although in fairness, the original cover for the gazebo had already gone. That's this stuff here. It's very, very brittle, see? You can just... yeah, that's how brittle it is, look. Well, that was the original cover. I bodged it up last year by using the side skirts, and I just used string and clamps and whatever and just strung it over the top and got a whole year out of that. But it finally gave up. Like I said, Storm Dara killed it. Now I should say, this is a pop-up gazebo. You're not supposed to leave it up, it's supposed to come down the first sign of any wind. And this thing's been up for, well, 3 years now. So I'm not doing bad. But anyhow, I'm going to stick a new cover on it, which is that one there. It's a 2.5 metre gazebo, I don't know what exactly. And this is a 4x4 cover. So it's going to be plenty big enough with the apex to go over the whole lot. Because I'll have to move around here to show you because of the sun. But can you see that bit on the top? That's where the cover goes over. So I shall climb up there, stick a bottle over that, an old plastic bottle. I'm sure I can find one somewhere, just to soften it up a bit more, and then pull the cover over the top of that, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, the sensible way would probably be to measure this, see what size it is, and just buy a gazebo, a cheap and nasty gazebo, and take the cover off it and use. Although that top part, I don't think that would work anyway, because that's so high in the air. So we'll go with the way we plan anyway. What could possibly go wrong? So that was fun. Took a little lot longer than I expected, but it's all off. Yeah, the cover was completely knackered. I couldn't even salvage any of it. So next job I'm going to do, I will save some of the material. Just make some pads up for the corners there and tape them in place with some gaffer tape. I've got a bottle here to go over that top piece. Same again, I'll probably stick a bit of material in that and then shove it over the top, and that'll be held in place by the cover. But yeah, making progress. Thing's a bit old rickety. It's not so strong as she used to be. But I think if I put a couple of screws in the shed over here and attach this to the shed, it'll be a lot more stable. If I can get a way of attaching it there, that's going to stop it moving around so much. That's really going to make it solid, I think. So that's what I shall do. So we have the corners taped up, as you can see, hopefully. I've padded all of them up, a bit of the old material and some gaffer tape, and I've also put the bottle over the top there, half a bottle. Now I intend to go from this side over. Reason for that is, well, there isn't really any reason, it's just that this is going to be the harder side to do, so start with the harder bit and hopefully it gets easier from there. No idea where I'm going to have to start to try and get the balance right, you know, sort of halfway, I don't know, because once it goes over that it's going to throw everything out, so I shall just clamp it there and there with an overhang and just see how it goes. Basically I can easily adjust it after. So we're ready to make a start on that now. Well, I thought this was going to be fun and it's not disappointing. We got that side sort of round. I haven't gone over the big middle bit yet, and I've gone over there, so it's just a case now of putting it over the top piece and pulling it up to that corner. But I'm actually worried it's not going to be big enough. I mean, this is a 2 metre gazebo and I bought a 4 metre cover. I thought there'd be lots left over, but it's not looking fantastic, I've got to be honest. Yeah, I knew it would be a pain in the arse and it's not disappointing. Well, it's more or less up. Got to get some more string and some more clamps. I am very surprised. Originally I was going to order a 3x3 because I figured a metre would be plenty extra. Boy, am I glad I ordered the 4x4, because not a lot excess at all, but it's done the job. A little bit disappointed about the quality. This was supposed to be an extra heavy duty, and yeah, that's pretty flimsy, I think. But time will tell. We'll see what happens when it gets a bit of wind on it, whether it tears or not. A couple of last little jobs to do. I'm going to have to get some string put through that eyelet so I can pull it over the shed roof from the other side. And I'm obviously going to need some more clamps, because I've only got a few of these. These are old market clamps, don't even know where I got them from. But they're brilliant, they're so strong. So I've got to find some equivalent for those, or those if I can find them. But she's pretty stable with a cover on. She's a lot more stable, look. I may still put a couple of screws in there and just secure this to the shed, just to be sure of this piece here. As I said at the beginning, it would make it that little bit more secure. How well it's going to fare when we get a wind, I don't know. I mean, hopefully the easterlies are finished now. It's rare for us to get an easterly, and we've had near enough 2 weeks of them, or 3 weeks of them, which is why I haven't done this before now. We normally get westerlies and northerlies, which goes out the front of the house. A easterly comes straight out the back here. So last thing I've got to find is either some string or another guy rope, and tie to that eyelet and pull that over the middle of the thing there, so that I can get the slack out of this bit here. But all in all, I'm quite pleased with that. Certainly cheaper than buying a new gazebo. And we'll just see how it goes. I mean, I've turned it up this side quite well, I think. I mean, there's no wind today, which is why I've done it today. Not sure about the camo finish, but it looks better than it did anyway. And it'll be waterproof, means I can leave stuff out under here, hopefully. But we shall see how it goes. Well, it's up and it's on. It's not my proudest moment, not the best job I've ever done in the world, but it looks okay. Not sure about the camo. There is still some slack in it, despite my best efforts. But then I didn't really want to put it too taut, because, well, I ordered, I quote, extra heavy duty. And yeah, their idea of heavy duty and mine's a bit different, I think. Seems a bit on the flimsy side to me. But when all's said and done, it wasn't that expensive. Compared to the cost of a new gazebo, or a new gazebo cover even, it's a lot cheaper. So, if you've got an old gazebo out the back, ready for the summer, and it's in a sorry state, and the cover's ripped, torn, or just destroyed, before you throw the whole thing out, think about getting a tarp. But remember, you've got to go, if it's kind of an arrangement like that thing, with a big centre pole, or I've literally gone double the size. And as you can see, there's not a huge amount left over. I mean, this is actually the edge of the tarp here. That's how much came over. So it's not a lot. I have rolled it up here. Oh, and I used these to tie the thing in, because I thought they'll have a double purpose. Not only do they pull the sides in and make it all taut, they're also washing lines for when it's raining. I can hang, the missus can hang some stuff up on there, or I'll hang it up for her. I did secure that frame in the end, shoved some screws in, bit of rope. That's absolutely solid now, it moves the shed. The other side of the tarp, where there's eyelets down, I've managed to get it low enough, and I've screwed it to the fence. Although the fence is low here, it comes up quite high up this side, it's all the way up here. And this pulls off, this is only Velcro. Can we see any? No, I don't want to rip it anymore. But there's actually screws, so I put screws through there's 3 eyelets along there, and I put a screw through each one. So that cover is on the other side of this cover, so that the rainwater goes down there. I mean, I could have penned it over next door's fence, but she might not have liked that, so I didn't. It's inside mine. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm quite pleased with it. Won't actually know how good it is until we get some rain and we get some wind. But I've secured it down as much as I can. There's a couple of bricks in each of them bags just for added weight, and then I've got a guy rope pinned in the ground over there with a T-peg. This side, obviously, it's the paving slabs under there. So there's 2 bricks in each of those bags. So there's 4 bricks, and then there's another 3 bricks on top. So that's quite solid. Another 2 bricks hanging there. This side is just anchored direct to the fence. So that's tied to the frame, tied direct to the fence with screws. And the same that side. You can see it, there's a one old white one there. Needs tightening up, but it's okay for now. So I think she's pretty secure. It all depends how strong the tarp is. Anyhow, just a little fill-in video. I hope you like it. If you've got a similar kind of problem and you think about doing it, leave a comment and let me know. Other than that, I wish you all a good day and speak to you all soon on the next one. Bye for now.